What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Reading Between the Wines. It's Wine Wednesday, Wine Down Wednesday. Hopefully, you are all feeling great. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling excited, especially for my special guest tonight, Miss Cinnamon, author Cinnamon, when she comes on here tonight. I just hope that she don't get me into any trouble. This is the truth. She was on before. I've been waiting for her to come back. She's here. So we're going to have a great time tonight. We're going to wind down. Let me know what you're drinking on, what you're sipping on. Grab your bottles, grab your drinks, whatever you got. Bring them on in. This is Wine Down Wednesday, reading between the wines every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We here. If you're out there on Facebook, I want to say what's up. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Thank you all so much for the love and support. Check me out at Laren Gaines. Please subscribe and like everything on YouTube. I would appreciate that. TikTok, you can get small clips of the show. Also on Daily Motion as well. And I want to say what's up to D Live and Twitch family. Hopefully y'all come through tonight. I love when people show up on those platforms. Again, I have all of these platforms depending on where you calling from, what your preference is. Go ahead and jump around and do whatever works for you. Drop me a comment and let me know what the experience is like, what you're feeling, what you're not, and all of that great stuff. I appreciate all of that. So, happy birthday, Mr. Nas. We want to get into the song of the day, Surviving the Times, one of my favorite joints from Nas. I love this. It gives me the vibe of The Wiz. I know y'all know that joint, but he has elements of that in this record here. And he basically discusses how he survived the time in the record industry with his whole career from top to bottom. And when I think about just life in general and the trials that I have been through, and even still some of the challenges that I still deal with on an everyday basis, just like each and every one of you go through things too. This song here resonates with me, Surviving the Times. I'm so thankful that I'm here right here today. I'm so thankful that I was able to push play without any type of issues, because let me tell you, we here on Wednesday right now, but y'all have no idea what it took to even get to this point. And sometimes people be quick to judge you or quick to say something about you or quick to come at you sideways. And before you go after anybody, you have no idea what it took that person to get to where they are right here today, right in front of you. I don't care who it is. You think that your story is rough. That person's story is probably even rougher. But let's just say cheers and be thankful that we're still here today, surviving the times, the times that we are in today, the challenges that we go through. Who even knows what we getting ready to face tomorrow? That's why we got to live in a moment today and not even be worried about what's happening. I can't even be worried about what you got going on because I'm just trying to deal with what I got going on. Surviving the Times, Nas, off of his greatest hits album, 2007. I love this record. I love Nas. Happy birthday, Nas, and hopefully you winding down and having a good time tonight too. All right. I want to say thank you so much to everybody out there, like I just said, for supporting. And I want to go through and give some very special shout outs because fortunately my hands have been tied on certain platforms. So I ain't ignoring y'all. Trust and believe I'm not ignoring you. I've been doing this thing for a minute. So you know that the love that I give, once I have the opportunity, I'm going to do it. I want to say a very special shout out to Mr. Frederick Flair. He came through the other night. Great show, great wisdom. Please check out the replay. Check out his clothing brand and the whole nine. I appreciate you as well. Mr. Alex Coquito, all the way from Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for supporting. We got a show called Midnight Vibes. I'm his co-host. Check him out at his YouTube page, Alex Coquito. Simply Unique LLC. I want to say thank you so much to all of the authors that come through on Reading Between the Wines. P.L. Stewart, Liz Krause. Thank you all so much for coming through. I appreciate you. Cinnamon that's coming on tonight. So many different authors come through this year on Reading Between the Wines, and I appreciate you. What's going on tonight? How you doing? Ro Wang, all the way from Korea. That's just a blessing right there. Listen, we have a lot of people coming through and supporting, and I just have to give thanks. Some celebrities have been checking us out here. So Mitchell Austin, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I see you out there. Naya, Jason T. Davis, all the way from California. Joanna Smith, check out that podcast over there. And Onyx Blade, all the way from New York. I want to say what's up. Now, as we get into this thing, we're going to get real deep tonight. I just got to be honest. We're really going to act up tonight. My guess, that's just how it is and how she does it. And I just hope she'll get me into no trouble tonight because, I forgot to tell y'all the wine that I'm sipping on. Hold on a minute. Mm, I apologize. This wine is 13%, and I sipped a little bit before I started. We got Santa Maria. This is a product of Italy, Tuscany, red table wine. Now, when I first, it's very important when you taste the wine to make sure that your palate is clean. Because when I first taste this wine, for some reason I didn't like it, and I was a little uncertain if I wanted to even do it or not. And whatever the opportunity came up for me to use this wine, and I'm tasting it today and I'm like, oh, this is on point. So when they give you the little crackers and the cheeses and things in between to clean your palate, it's very important because it can really mess up the taste of the wine. So here we go. Sipping on this wine tonight, 13%, Santa Maria Tuscany red table wine. It is the truth, let me tell you, 13%. We ain't even get started yet, and it's real. So Santa Maria, Tuscany hails from carefully chosen vineyards located on the sunny hills of Tuscany, soft and smooth on the palate with notes of red cherry, wild berries, and spice. You definitely get a little tart there, and it has a kick behind it. This red wine is ideal for hearty tomato paste dishes, roast pizzas, and rich chicken dishes. What's going on, Slave Stories? How are you doing? If you are out there joining for the first time, drop it in the comments and let me know. I love to know exactly where people are calling from all over the world. And you never know who we going to get and what area they're coming from tonight. But anyway, this will be sipping on tonight. 13% wine, red table wine. Basic. It'll do good with spaghetti, pasta, as they say. I had pasta today. I had some spaghetti today, and too bad I couldn't have my wine with it. That just wouldn't have been right in the situation I was in. All right, so let's go ahead and rewind this thing and get into some real life conversations. You know how we do here on Reading Between the Wines and the 411 podcast. I can't help it. It's in me, and I just have it to pour it out and give it to each and every one of you. So, in the spirit of people who always want to be right, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Can you share some stories of self sacrifice that you had to go through? I'm gonna share you a story of self-sacrifice. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't know how to zip it and keep it quiet. And that's what I had to learn to do. There was much self-sacrifice towards the tail end of, some of the situations I've been in. I just had to learn how to zip it and keep it quiet and be good with it. Because you know what? Having that spirit of always needing to be right, always having to have the last word. I've dealt with that all my life and it got me nowhere fast. Constantly had me going back and forth with people. Constantly had me wanting to go upside somebody's head. Constantly having me in some weird, crazy, toxic, dramatic situation. So after a while, I got tired of it and I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm doing too much. And I love me a little bit more. And I need to make sure that I'm here for the long haul. And if I keep going back and forth with you, there's going to be a real situation. So I learned. And it's not easy because I slipped up, trust and believe that after I thought I had it all together, somebody else showed up and tested my situation. And then, once I got rid of that person, another person showed up and it was just life. It was God saying, listen, you think that you got it all together. You think that you're 100%, but I'm about to show somebody else that's going to show you a little bit different. So I had to learn how to just work on it and practice on it and continue to learn how to just be cool with it. We ain't going to go back and forth. We ain't going to go around and around today. I can't do that with you. I need my peace. I need to save my energy. And I do self-sacrifice quite often. And it's not even anything about a relationship. It could be just something that happens on the job. Sometimes you just can't black out on people the way that do it. And you have to, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? Because I could be right. Trust and believe I could be right and hell miserable because I done cussed you out. I done took it to a whole nother situation and a whole nother level. And one thing that I've learned about myself is that a lot of people because I'm like, a little shy, a little meek, a little quiet. People take that my kindness for weakness until this beast in me, barks back at them, and then they be looking somewhere looking stupid. And now we all looking stupid because I done cussed you out, I done did this, I done did that. You feeling messed up because you're like, how this little short dude, chop me down to nothing. And then I'm looking like, damn, why did I even have to go it? Like, why did I even have to take it there? Like, why'd you even push me in that direction? So I do a lot of self-sacrifice today on any type of level. People that I meet for the first time that disrespect me and all types of things. People looking at me sideways, whatever the case may be. Um, it is what it is. It's this life, and I choose to be happy today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Speaking of which, one thing that I had to learn, testing your level of self hurt. Remember that all of that I just talked about, wanting to bark back and wanting to bite back at somebody and wanting to get back and wanting to, have the last say, all of that is coming from self. That's that ego stepping in, just doing too much. I call it doing a little bit too much. So I have to test my level of self hurt, because you ever know when you get stung by something, somebody says something, or you come across something that don't sit right with you and you feel a certain way. That's that level of self hurt. That's you doing that to you, because anything that goes on outside of you, that's other people projecting their ugly, projecting their situation, projecting their own level of hurt, their own level of disrespect that they have for self. They come outside of their house, they're not loving themselves. The first thing that they do when they see somebody else is they ready to chop them down. So before I start to feel some hurt, I got to be like, nah, I shouldn't even let you take me to this level. How did I let you infiltrate and get into this system right here? Get into this right here. So you have to test your level of hurt. I do, at least on a daily. Who do you take it to? Do you wrap it all up? Do you count backwards? What do you do to just make sure that you keep your level, and you make sure that you keep your ego in check and realize that this person, they ain't doing nothing to me. They can't do anything to me. Not unless I let them. So do you test your level of hurt? And how often do you test it? Because when I start to feel a certain way, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't call me back, you didn't, whatever the case may be, that's all ego stepping in. These people ain't doing nothing to you. You're doing it to yourself. And remember, can't nobody else hurt you unless you allow them to, unless you allow them the keys to get into the system. And we just ain't doing that today. Um, just real life situation, telling you my story, telling you my life. And, this is what happens here when Reading Between the Wines and the 411 podcast. Now, we got author Cinnamon coming in here tonight. I can't be responsible for anything that happens. Like I said earlier in the week, please be careful. If you got children, you probably want to, put them somewhere. Put them somewhere. Like you could just put them somewhere. You probably want to leave the room or do something, because she's the truth, and her books, really definitely going to take it there. She got a book called Love Don't Love Me. Anybody out there ever feel like love don't love them? Like you've done so many things to try to make it work right, and every single person that you bump into or come into contact with or interact with, it's like that same story over and over and over again, and history continues to repeat itself. There's something to be said about that, which we're going to talk about that tonight. Author Cinnamon, when she comes through tonight, y'all please go ahead and support. And I just want to say thank you all so much for coming through and checking me out. If you can please help support by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, doing whatever you need to do. Check me out on YouTube. I would definitely appreciate that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get Miss Cinnamon in the building tonight. Thank you all for joining out there. We getting ready to take it there tonight. I gotta be honest, we getting ready to do some things tonight. This is not going to be a traditional show. And we seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're going to try it again and get her up here. I'm not sure what's going on, but let's see what we got here. I'm not sure what's going on, y'all. This would happen, right?
You've reached 912.
Uh-oh. Definitely don't want to go ahead and put that out there. I don't know what's happening tonight. There we go. What's going on? How are you?
Hello.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to Reading Between the Wines.
Hey,
When the voicemails be coming
thank
on,
you, thank you.
I be scrambling when the voicemails be coming on because I don't want people's phone numbers to be broadcasted on the air. So your voicemail came up at first.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry up and take that off because you have everybody calling
Oh
you,
no.
especially after you tell your story. You have everybody reaching out and talking to you tonight. They'll be blowing your phone up tonight.
All right, I done had that number forever. I would have to change it and everything.
Let me tell you, I have had some weird stuff happen to me after we talk about some stuff here. I will get
Hmm.
text messages and phone calls in the middle of the night, depending on the topic that we have tonight. Depending on the topic that I speak about, I've had some weird stuff happen. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, I can imagine what's going to happen tonight. I just want to say, and first of all, I want to say thank you for coming on tonight because I know you've been feeling a little under the weather. So, it means a lot that you still push yourself and push through to make this thing happen tonight. I'm feeling really great, really excited tonight for this show. I've been waiting for you to come back, so thank you for making it.
You're welcome and thanks for having me back. I enjoyed myself the last time.
Yeah, I mean, my eyes were just wide open. I don't know. I probably had shades on at the time, but I was like,
You did.
did she really say that? Did she really say this? So, author Cinnamon, I don't know
Yeah, I think I scared you the last time.
I don't know where you came from, but I'm so glad that I came across you. What area are you calling from tonight?
Savannah, Georgia.
That's what's up, Georgia. Is in the house. I went through Savannah, Georgia. Was it last year? It might have been last year,
Hmm.
and I just stayed overnight. So I didn't get a chance to,
Okay.
check everything out. But I seen a lot of trees and stuff out there. A lot of weeping willows, like a lot.
That yeah, we definitely have those.
Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, different type of vibe out here, like almost like um, um I want to say like a marsh area, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Mhm.
Depending on where I was like, it's real like damp a little bit. It's hot, but it's damp.
Yeah, it's been times Christmas Eve people are at the beach because it's like 90 something 100. You never know what you're gonna get with the weather down here.
Well, I like that type of weather to be able to be on the beach and Christmas time. That's right up my alley. I like that. You know, you
You
know,
have to come down.
yeah, because I don't like to be cold. And
And you,
after a while, once I start drinking more of this wine, I'll really tell you how I feel about the New Jersey weather. I don't like it. Get a,
well, drink some for me because I can't have none tonight. I'm on
I don't.
been on the road, so I can't drink nothing till later.
I trust and believe I will. I don't know what's in this wine tonight, but I'm feeling it. Um, I don't know. You don't get me into any trouble tonight.
I'm gonna try not to. I can't promise you, but
Okay, so she's been on before, so again, y'all got to go back. What were you on? Like, how long ago was it?
I don't know. Time goes by
Was it?
so fast. I was looking at my calendar the other day, and I was like, man, it was just February, and now it's about to be October. But I know I was supposed to be on with you again a couple of months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sick then, and I couldn't even come on then. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think it's been at least about maybe 4 months.
I was gonna say, you sure it was this year? It wasn't last year? You were on in 2022.
No, I was. It was definitely in 2022.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was around February because I was supposed to released Poison Devotion in February,
Okay.
and yep, I want to say it was February or even March when I was on your show.
Okay. Y'all definitely got to go check out that replay. Um, so the book, Love Don't Love Me. Can you let everybody know what that's about?
So it is about, you know, the series is the Lust, Loyalty, and Lies series. So, you know, that's you getting some of everything
Lust,
in these books.
loyalties, and lies.
Loyalty, and lies.
And now, what book is this?
And
is this 1, 2 out of the series?
Love Don't Love Me is the first book.
The first.
And then Poison Devotion is the second in the series.
Hmm.
And then, you know, there are going to be others. I'm not sure how many. I'm looking at maybe 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody told me, hey, you can give us 8 and we're fine with it or whatever. So I haven't decided how many is going to be in that particular series.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Love Don't Love Me is about 4 friends that, you know, they're searching for love and happiness and peace, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, the books, they just, you know, take you on a roller coaster of the highs and lows of everything that these professional women are dealing with in their search for, I guess, the one.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that these women experience during trying to find love. What are some things that they experience?
So for those of your listeners that, you know, were with us before, so the actual main character is Kyla. And so Kyla is, when the book opens up, Kyla is reeling from a relationship wrong with Darius. She found out that Darius was cheating on her with multiple women, and, you know, she had given him her everything. And so she kind of, you know, there's moments when she snaps. You know, she's dealing with different men trying to get over him. She's, you know, basically trying to get peace, but she keeps going back and forth dealing with him again. And I think one of the things that I read when I was on your show the last time, she poisoned him.
Oh, yes.
She poisoned his food, and she's just, you know, kind of snapping a little bit. She's not crazy, but she's hurt.
Crazy.
You know, and what do they say? Hurt people. Hurt people.
Okay, well, I will let you want to let them know what she did. Oh, we have author Cinnamon tonight, Slave Stories, author Cinnamon from Savannah, Georgia, in the building tonight. Would you like to let people know what she did to him? Because I remember it. I was actually traumatized after I heard it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, because I remember your face when I traumatized you. That was actually Felicia.
Okay, well, all right. So before we talk about Felicia, what did Kyla do to her mate that has been running around and cheating and doing some weird shit? Not that I'm trying to give people, you know, ideas of what to do. Trust and believe. I'm putting a disclaimer here. Whatever you hear on Reading Between the Wines and 411 Podcast, we ain't tell you to do it. But if you do it, text me at 609. Wait, did you hear me? I said, but if you end up doing it, text me at 609-738-0611 and let me know how it worked out.
Yeah, please don't do nothing that you heard. Mm-hmm. I've had family members ask, like, is that real? Like, did you actually do that? Like, no.
It's scary.
Nobody did it.
You know what? It's scary because I could see people doing it.
Mm-hmm. I could see it too. Oh, okay. I found a good one.
This is something that Kyla did, right?
Yes, this is what Kyla did to Darius. Okay. I text, hey, are the kids gone? Have you eaten? Yeah, they went out of town with my mama, and no, I haven't eaten. Did you cook? Yeah, I cooked your favorite meal, lasagna. You want me to bring you some? Do you even have to ask? come on over and I'll eat both of you, he said with a tongue out emoji. It was his favorite meal, so I knew he would eat 2 or 3 helpings. I added the leaves from rhubarb. From Google, I learned the leaves should not be used in baking or cooking, that it contains oxalic acid, which can cause kidney stones, burning sensation in the mouth, and throat nausea, diarrhea, eye pain, difficulty breathing, and red urine. I mixed the leaves with spinach and added it to the lasagna just how he liked it. He ate about 3 plates and then started holding his stomach and sweating. Baby, what's wrong? You don't look good. You ate too much? Babe, I don't feel so good. He ran to the bathroom and shit. You want some ginger ale? Yeah, he moaned. I poured some ginger ale out of the fridge and added some boiled rhubarb juice to it. Yeah, I know. Don't judge me. Judge your mammy. Once I was certain that he could barely move, shit, I wasn't taking any chance on him beating my ass. He was lying on the floor smelling like the filth he was. I stood over him and began laughing. Yep, it was time for my special straight jacket. Help me, Kyla. I don't feel good, baby. I helped you. I wanted to help you get all that shit out your system. You had a good woman by your side and a mother figure to your kids. But you were a worthless bastard who helped himself to whatever he could get. Watching you like this, taking care of you, and in the back of my mind, I realized you wouldn't care for me. You dumb fuck. I love you more than you love me. Do you know I attempted suicide because I couldn't bear to be away from you? He just looked shocked. I saw a glimmer of sorrow in his eyes, but that wasn't enough. Darius, I hope your insides are hurting worse than any pain you ever put me through. Bitch, he managed to say. Oh, what's wrong, Daddy? It hurts to talk. You poor baby. Maybe one of your skanks will come along and help you. Oh, wait, they only come around when it's your payday or when you want some ass. I was here for you whether you had money or not. You didn't fucking appreciate me. Reached on my leg and tried me to the floor. It was too weak to do anything. Did you poison my food? No, I didn't. It's probably karma kicking your ass and letting me be here to see it. Darius, I wish I never met you. And just know you will never find another like me. From now on, I do not exist to you. Act like we never met. That's my fuck up for getting into this sort of affair, but I thought you would grow up and be a fucking man. I hate you. I screamed as the tears ran down my face. This is the last time I will cry any tears because of you. I turned to walk away and he weakly yelled my name, Kyla. I turned around. What? I hate you too. I smiled. You're good. That means I'll never have to see or hear from you ever again. I ran into the kitchen and started cleaning up. I placed the tainted lasagna plates and cups in the trash bag. In the corner, I had hidden another lasagna without the rhubarb. I put that one on the counter in case he tried to tell the police I poisoned him.
Shit.
If they tasted it, it would be clean. He was violently throwing up as I placed everything in the car. I put his phone on silent and hid it in the hole in the couch. I got in the car and drove to an apartment complex and threw everything in the dumpster. It was a different dumpster than I used the last time. I was always going to get my revenge, but I'm not fronting. I'm scary. I wasn't taking any chances on going to jail or getting caught.
I got a question for you. Are you okay? Well,
I am okay.
Something has had to happen. These have to come from some real life situations. And like when you're writing this stuff, are you thinking about past experiences that you wish that you could have done these things to people?
Not necessarily, because I would never. When that part where it says I'm scary, I am scary. I would be so scared to do anything remotely close to this. So I don't know. Maybe I am subconsciously, living out what I would do if I was about that life. But
Now,
I don't know.
now,
Writers have a imagination. I've heard other writers say, if the feds came and checked my computer, I would be going to jail because of the stuff that we Google when we're writing.
Oh my goodness. So now, are you in a relationship?
I'm not in a relationship.
Okay.
You know, I've been out of relationship maybe, and I don't even know if you could call that a relationship, but probably going on a year now. I'm trying to do the dating websites and stuff like that.
Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. Right. Later on in the show, when we get the burning questions, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what's worse now. You know, they say who cheats more? Do men cheat more? Do women cheat more? But after listening to your story, who gets mad the worst and who could actually come back and hurt you more? Is it going to be a man or is it going to be a woman? Because even though a man might do some physical stuff that might be inappropriate, that story that you just said,
Hold on, your voice went down. Can you repeat that?
I said, I'm trying to think about when someone gets hurt, right? Who can hurt you the most? Is it a man that can hurt you or is it a woman? Now, of course, a man could do physical things that probably might not be appropriate, but the story that you just told, there ain't nothing physical about that. That was some mental thought process. You put some real thought into how you could get back at somebody, and that's some scary situation right there. That's just some real scary situation. When you think about what would you rather deal with, getting something from a man or from a woman, you got me confused up in this piece tonight.
I mean, women can be diabolical, you know.
I think women take,
especially when you feel like you're.
Yeah, what do they say? What do they say? Don't mess with a woman that's scorned. Hell has no fury for a woman that's scorned, or something like that.
Right. Especially one who has been, you know, look at this. Tyler was taking care of his kids while he was running the street. You know, she was being the mother when they didn't have a mother. You know, she was being, you know, he was basically leaving his responsibilities or using her as a babysitter. And so, you know, she felt like she gave him her all in the relationship and the children, and it was times where she gave less of herself the things for his children that maybe she didn't do for her children because you know they needed it. And so when she found out everything that he did, it was like, wow, like this is really what I get for, you know, doing all of this for you, and this is how you repay me.
Well, now we ain't gonna do it. Let's move on because you about to go down another path that ain't right. You said something that triggered me. Doing stuff for other people's kids more than doing for your kids. I got a problem with that. So we gonna move right on past that. Just move clean right on past that. All right, so let's talk about another character. Oh, no, wait. Before we do that, can you tell them about the next character that did the thing that I want you to tell them about?
The one that freaked you out?
Yeah, the first time.
Okay, so that was Felicia.
Bye, Felicia, because she's a trip.
Right. Yeah, Felicia was a trip.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you want me to read that scene?
You can tell them what she did. It's up to you. Yeah, tell them what you did, because I want to hear something new, too. So.
Okay.
Because you said it's 4 women, right?
You said what now?
You said it's 4 women, right? So we heard Kylie. I want you to tell them about Felicia, and then I want to hear about a new one.
It's 4 women, and there's actually a guy in here as well.
Okay, I want to hear about him. I want to hear about him.
You want to hear about him?
Tell him about Felicia.
Yeah, let's talk about him.
Talk about Felicia, what she did, and then we'll talk about him after that.
Okay, so Felicia actually came from not having love. Her mom died at an early age. Her dad didn't care anything about her. Her stepmother didn't. So she ended up looking for love or looking for somebody to fill the void of everything that she didn't have. So she met a guy named Richard when she was 16, and Richard took her out and was having her have sex with other men. If ever she questioned him, he would beat her ass.
That's
You know, so
terrible.
it just was a violent relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so finally, the turning point for her was that she found out that she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And what she did was she tied Rashard up, and she had some guys in the neighborhood who he had been picking on, some gay guys who he had been picking on, and she tied him up, and then she told him that she was getting ready to go to the store because she needed some more chocolate syrup, and that they were kinky like that, so he was fine with it. She left him tied up on his stomach and left the door open, and the guys came in and violently raped him. And then she came back in and snuck in without him knowing, and she took a razor blade and carved, I believe it was bitch ass loser on his back.
Mm-hmm.
And then she played the good, devoted girlfriend and screamed and cried. And, sister had acting skills and, called the police. And the police came and she stood by his side in the hospital. He got arrested because he had warrants. And so she stood by his side for a while. And then she told him that she could not be with him because he was violating. And she felt like he, was less of a man.
Gotcha.
So, she deserved the Oscar.
That was her way of getting out. Oh, that man's life has been messed up. That ain't right.
Yeah, I mean, definitely to the extreme. But I guess in her mind, like, he was abusing her. He was having her have sex with multiple men.
Yeah.
He was filming it. He was basically like, if you leave me, first I'm gonna beat your ass, and then I'm gonna show it to everybody. I'm gonna put you on the internet, and she felt like that was her only option, and that's what she did.
Yeah, that one was rough. When I heard that for the first time, I was like,
remember your face when I read that, and I
because
feel like I did.
And when I tell y'all, like, what she said, that ain't really scratch the surface. Like, you have to read the book because
what now?
I said what you had just said, that didn't really scratch the surface at all. Like, I'm telling everybody they need to read the book because when you read it piece, there was some real graphic details about what was all thrown all over the bed and the sheets and all that stuff. Like, you go into real detail. You see, I remember it all so well. The little graphic details. Y'all need to go ahead and check that out. So before we talk about the last character, please let everybody know the book is called Love Don't Love Me. Where can they purchase your book at?
So my book is available on all platforms. Obviously, I would prefer that it's purchased, through my website, which is authorcinnamon.com.
Mm-hmm.
When you purchase it through my website, you get a lot of freebies that you, of course, would not get if you purchase off of Amazon and Barnes and Nobles and stuff like that. But for those who feel like, I know there are people who like, I only purchase off of Amazon or whatever. So it is on Amazon. It is on all platforms. The ebook, you can get the paperback hard copy. But like I say, on my website, authorcinnamon.com, you will receive freebies with your purchase. And then you can also order the box set of both books and get freebies, of course, as well. And then, you can also order box sets of my adult products that I sell for my other company, Pantry Pleasures.
Oh, wow.
And, you read the book, get a little horny or something. You got your toy or something, hey.
Listen, I don't know if you reading that book that's going to get you in the mood. That would get you in the mood to want to fight somebody. I don't know about the other piece. Unless I don't know all parts of the book.
Okay, say it again. It was a bad connection.
I said, now when you read the book, I don't know if it's going to get you in the mood. Some of the stories that you told me, it might get you ready to fight somebody, but unless there's other parts of the book that I don't know.
I mean, it gives you everything. There, especially like when I was writing it, there are moments where I'm crying. Then there's moments I'm laughing.
Mm-hmm.
There's moments where I'm like, okay, I'm in the mood. And so it definitely encompasses every single thing. Even down to what I mentioned about Kyla when her telling Darius about, she almost committed suicide. That goes into more detail. She's it's talking about therapy, religion. You get some of everything.
So now you said it's best if people order from you. You get a little extra promos and freebies and stuff like that. How much is the soft copy versus the hard copy? What are we expecting to spend when we go to your website?
So the paperback is $13.99. If you get the hard copy, it is, I believe, 32. And of course, you get autographed copy. It'll be autographed as well. So that's another bonus that they get. It's actually autographed, and you get the bonuses with it.
All right, there you go. Now, what's the website again?
It is author AUTHOR Cinnamon SYNNAMYN.com.
All right, there you go. Authorcinnamon.com, and y'all got to make sure y'all spell it right. I love the creativity behind the name too, cinnamon. It's just amazing. I love that. I almost said synonym because it reminds me of that, but it's cinnamon. I like that.
I know.
When I look at it, that's what I want to say. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's talk about the last character. One of the last characters we're going to talk about. There's 4. We talked about 2, so this will be the third one. Let's talk about this one here. You said it's a guy.
Okay, yeah. So Greg is, he's the only male character that is actually featured in the book. Mm-hmm. Greg had the perfect life. He met a woman, his soulmate. They were pregnant, walking through the West End in Atlanta, and she was hit by a stray bullet. Mm. She was like 8 months pregnant at the time, and they did surgery. The baby came out. The baby's name was Jacob, and she ended up dying. Mm. And Greg completely, he lost it. He went out for, vigilante justice because it was I believe the young man is 16. So the young man, he let his friends talk him into shooting at the guy and his girlfriend. So his girlfriend had left him for another man, and he decided that he was going to shoot at them. He changed his mind at the last second, and his friend kind of grabbed the gun, and Greg's wife was shot in the process, and Greg was shot. Mm-hmm. With a bullet that was not meant for them. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So Greg wanted to, hunt this boy down, and he actually does. And, he's about to kill this young man. He was a man that, believed in God, went to church all the time. And when that happened, he was on a fuck God, basically. He's like, there is no God. A God would not let this happen. He signed his son over to his best friend, and he disappeared. He went to the funeral, and after that, he kind of just disappeared. He got addicted to drugs, drinking, drugs, whatever. He almost OD'd a few times, and he was actually missing from his son's life for about 6 months while the baby was in the hospital and everything, because he just went downhill from there at the loss of Madison, which was his wife. And feeling like, no just God would let this happen. And, he finally comes out on the other side, but it took him almost dying several times. Even his wife, spirit coming to him and telling him, don't do this. Mm-hmm. It's just, it was hard writing that scene, because at the time, it's like, I'm crying while I was writing those scenes. because I'm channeling what this man must
Right.
feel like
Right.
to feel like he's lost everything. And like I said, there is a scene where he actually tracks down this man. I'm trying to find it where he tracks down this young man, and he's about to kill this young man, and his wife's spirit comes to him, and she's telling him, "No,
No.
don't do it."
Wow. So now we're gonna hear more about how Darius gets it together in the next series.
Well, at the end of Love Don't Love Me, it lands. It's a cliffhanger. So Kyla has moved on. Kyla has found a new relationship, a man named Amir, and they're in love. And at the end of the book, Darius is like, no. It's crazy because he didn't want her. That he did all of this to her, and then he goes on to stalk her, and just try to ruin her life because now it's like, oh, that's mine.
I gotcha.
And so, she moves on, and the book actually ends with a cliffhanger of Darius trying to, stop her happiness, basically. And so, Poison Devotion actually picks up from what happened after the lights went out in that last scene.
This sounds crazy. Wow. Love Don't Love Me. We have author Cinnamon in the building tonight. Some crazy stories. Y'all don't try this stuff at home. Like, really, don't. Because we ain't responsible for it. I see Sophisticated Scents LLC out there. Y'all go ahead and support. Check her out on Instagram, Sophisticated Scents LLC. You get some great candles and some room sprays that will get yourself together. And then you can check out my special guest, Cinnamon, and check out her book, Love Don't Love Me. And y'all put the two together, you got some great magic going on right there. So you got the new book that's going to be coming out soon, part 2 of this, Poison Devotion. So when can we expect that?
So like I was saying before, Poison Devotion was supposed to come out a few months ago. I believe I ended up moving it until April. I like to be transparent, especially when people are trying to support me or whatever. I like to be transparent. So I've been dealing with medical issues since 2019, and sometimes it gets in the way where there have been times when I've been in the bed straight for a month because I can't move or whatever. And that's what happened. I was supposed to. I'm like maybe a few chapters shy of being done on Poison Devotion, and ended up. I have Meniere's disease and I have vestibular migraine. And what happens is, if anybody knows what vertigo is, it's like vertigo times 20.
Wow.
Plus, migraines, plus dizzy. You got the dizziness.
Yeah.
You got, and so sometimes I can't get out of bed. I can't do anything, and so I've had to push it back. But like I said, I'm a few chapters shy of being done, and I'm trying to get that done. Definitely out, of course, before Christmas. Yeah. So, and like both books can be ordered as a box set, and I think they're still on special for $26 on the website. So as soon as you get both books at $26 for 2 paperbacks plus goodies.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I wish you all of the best with everything that you got going on. I couldn't imagine. I used to get some terrible migraines back in the day. And when I say terrible, I mean to the point where you don't even talk to me, don't look at me. I just need to go in a room and I need to shut all of the lights off. Because if you keep talking to me, I'm getting ready to throw up all over the scene right here. And it ain't going to be good at all. That's how bad it was. Like, I'll be like, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Don't even look at me. Don't turn no TV on. Don't do anything. Like, that's how bad it used to be. I'm so glad that I, like, grown out of that stuff, but it was bad. Real bad.
Ooh, lucky you.
I would have to go to sleep for like a few hours and then wake up and then be okay. Like that headache did not go away until I like go to sleep in like a deep sleep. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I don't wish that.
Yeah,
Wish that kind of
I
stuff on
am.
anybody.
You're lucky. Yeah, you are. Anybody who does not have to deal with headaches or migraines like that, you know, count yourself as blessed because
Mm.
it's just debilitating sometimes.
Yeah. All right, we have author Cinnamon in the building tonight. Y'all can go ahead and check out her website and purchase the book Love Don't Love Me. That's author Cinnamon, and Cinnamon is spelled SYNNAMYN.com. AuthorCinnamon.com. Y'all go ahead and check out my special guest. I love speaking to her, and we getting ready to get into burning questions. So this is a segment of the show where I basically flip it and I put my guest in a hot seat. But for some reason, I don't believe that I'm able to put you in a hot seat because of the things that you wrote in this book. I don't think that I can top anything that you. I can't. You win. Trust me, you win. So, burning questions that I have tonight is: have you had to let someone or something go in order to balance up the level of drama that you had in your life? Maybe the scale was off a little bit. Maybe it was teetering over a little bit too much of craziness, toxicity. Have you had to let someone or something go in your life in order to balance up the level of drama that you have?
Oh yes, I've had to do that numerous times. What do they say? It's all about peace. And if
Mm-hmm.
somebody does not bring you peace, I don't care who it is, relative, relationship, whoever, you can go.
Absolutely.
Um,
I'm
so
right there.
yeah, I've definitely had to let some people go, and it hurts when you have to do that. But
Remember at the
but
beginning of the show when you were talking about how you were starting to like date and stuff like that and do the online dating and all that?
uh-huh.
I had to let that shit go. I really did. I had to let all that shit go because that didn't do nothing but bring a whole bunch of drama and bullshit in my world.
With the online dating.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I've tried it. I would set up a profile, do the back and forth shit. This one pissed me off. Then you sitting there looking crazy because you didn't spend all that time texting back and forth like a weirdo. I'm just telling you the shit that I've been through. And then you're like, really? Right when you're getting ready to delete it, another one pops up. And you're like, I got to go through this shit again. So then you go through it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the third time, I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm done. And I delete it, take all the pictures down. I ain't fucking with it. And then after a while, you go through it where you feel that, oh, maybe you might be doing too much. How's somebody going to find you in this day and age with all of this stuff that we got going on? So then I tricked myself into doing it again. And it was this back and forth for a while. A couple fools came through and, I did some stuff this year, which I'm not proud of, but it was an experience that needed to happen. But yeah, I had to
Mm-hmm.
cut all that shit off because I needed to balance up the level of drama and my world,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just created by me. I created all of that dumb shit because I didn't need to let that happen.
I look. I definitely feel you on that one. That's how I am. I actually earlier today I'll pause mine and then like you said you feel like okay well if I'm in the house because I'm a homebody so if I'm in the house how is somebody going to and I'll reactivate it and it's just like either people are lying. I actually had a guy we was having a very good conversation and my question I had to learn in my last relationship that I had at the end of the year, you ask somebody if you're single and they say yes. But there are levels to this shit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I I always ask are you single? But now I learned from that relationship that you have to ask more. So now I ask, are you single? And then they tell me yes. And then I
Mm.
said, are you in any situationships, any
Mm-hmm.
entanglements, or anybody who thinks that you're together? And the guy was like, well, what is situationship or entanglement? And I'm thinking, well, everybody should know that. But okay, so me being me, I Google it and I sent him the definitions of what they were. He was like, oh, that's out loud. And then I said, okay, so now that you know what they are, do you have any of those? And
you know what?
Homeboy went, no.
Yeah, when with that laugh out loud, whenever somebody just do a LOL after you done sat there and you done explained everything and wrote it all out, and they got a nerve to put LOL, that ain't cool. Mm-hmm. You already know where that game is coming from. That's craziness. I hear what you're saying.
I don't have the patience for it.
I had somebody like tell me no, right? Just like what you said, you explained it, tell me no, and then later on and said, well, when you asked me, it was no, but today it's a different story. Now we talking months into the whole situation. So, needless to say, that didn't end well. But yeah, that's what I had to let go in order to balance up some shit in my world, because can't do that. So what was yours? Because I told you mine. What was yours? What did you have to let go?
Actually, that relationship, because he considered himself as being single, but he had a baby mama situation, and it had gotten to the point where I could only talk to you at night or on the weekends.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that, and it was like, and I had fallen in love, so yeah, but it's just even like not with relationships. There have been family members who I've had to, nope, I'm not gonna deal with that person no more, or stuff like that, because I need peace.
Oh yeah, I need my peace. That's my thing.
At the end of the day, I used to, before I got sick in 2019, I used to give people chance after chance after chance. I still do that, but me being sick caused me to be less, give less of myself.
Absolutely, yeah.
If that makes sense, because
yeah.
Because I had a person who knew what I was going through, and he was telling everybody, "Oh, she's just lazy."
Oh,
and
hell
at
no.
the time when I got sick, nobody knew what was, like, the doctors, they didn't know what was wrong with me. Like, I was going doctor after doctor before they finally figured out what was wrong with me. And I couldn't drive. It was really bad. And he was telling people, the relationship I was in, he was telling people, "Oh, she's just lazy, and she's doing this and she's doing that." And I'm like, I'm damn near dead over here.
Well,
so I had to let that person go. Like, I can't deal with you. If this is the time when I need you the most and you can't be here for me, then there's no point in you being here at all.
It's all good, because I know you're going to write about him in the next book. I know you got some way to fix that in the next book. Or did I say too much? I don't know.
Say that again?
I said it's all good, because I know you're going to fix him in the next book.
Yeah. Oh, right.
You're going to fix him in the next
book. I'm trying to, I touch on it a
little bit. Okay. But yeah, so Sophisticated Sense says same, done with online dating also. I haven't had anybody come on this show, and I've been doing this since 2020, that said that they had some great experiences with online dating. So for those of you out there, please drop it in the comments and let me know. Have you had to let someone or something go in order to balance up, get to a normal level of balance? Because we all going to have some drama, but we don't need to be out of control. But have you had to let something go or someone go in order to balance up your level of drama? And to keep it real, mine is just one simple word: niggas. And that's, I hate to say it like that, but it is true. Like, and I don't even care what type of it is, because there be so many type. People be looking at me and they see the people that I hang around with. It's just all the same. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I had to deal with Puerto Ricans. I had to deal with some Indians. I had to let them go. Can't. Sorry. Just keeping it real.
You are, I'm not sure what's going. All of a sudden, it sounds like you're a computer.
You still sound the same. I don't know. You sound the same to me. I don't know. But I want to say thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of y'all out there for listening, and hopefully we ain't scare nobody away tonight. We might have. I typically do sometimes on this show because they get a different side of the 4-in-1 podcast.
Yeah, you sound all out of tune.
I have no idea what's going on, but I want to say thank you so much. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you loud and clear. You can't hear me.
Yeah, I don't.
All right.
I got all my bars. I'm not sure.
It's going in and out. On that note, I want to say thank you so much. I will talk to you when I talk to you. You have a good night. Y'all, there you have it. That was Author Cinnamon coming through tonight. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate you. If you're out there on Facebook, I want to say what's up. What's going on? Instagram. Thank you so much. Sophisticated Soul Sense. My cousin Chanel came out there. I see. What is that? Sis Got Vibes. All right, Sis Got Vibes. Let me know where you are calling from. Slave Stories. A lot of y'all came through on Instagram tonight. Y'all definitely did the thing tonight out there. I appreciate you out there. Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, DLive, Twitch, Daily Motion. If you check out the experience on YouTube at Laren Gaines, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Do the whole nine. I would appreciate anything that you can do to help support this movement. And of course, I cannot do this without each and every one of you out there and the lovely, talented authors that come through every Wednesday here at 8 p.m. If you would like to speak to me and come through and vibe with me here on Reading Between the Wines, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here Wednesdays, please text me at 609-738-0611. And you can come in here and vibe with me if you're an author, you're a writer, poetry, whatever you got going on. Bring it here to Reading Between the Wines. And on that note, I want to say thank you so much for coming through. If you would like to support this movement, what we got going on with Reading Between the Wines and the 4-in-1 podcast, please click that link above. So many ways that you can support. One way you can support is by purchasing my book, Volume 1.5 Deliberation Remix Journal. You can, check me out that way. You can do the Black Diamond and purchase some apparel. You can send a donation. You can do so many different things by clicking that link above on my social media platform. Anything that you do helps support and keeps this thing going here that we do. And I want to say thank you so much. Tonight, I just want to let y'all know the type of wine that I was drinking tonight. We have Santa Maria Tuscany Red Table Wine, a good 13%. Definitely changed the atmosphere tonight. Once I started to drink this wine here on some realness. Some people from New Jersey came to my last event. That's what's up. Where was your last event? Let us know. And also put it in the comments and let me know when you have your next event. So we have Sophisticated Scents LLC out there on Instagram tonight supporting. And I just want to say, y'all go ahead and check out her products. Her room sprays are a bomb. I've used it. I told my mom that she can, have it. And then I tried to steal it back from her. And it's like this back and forth tug of war type thing. So, yeah, we're going to have to purchase some more for the holiday season. Like, it's the truth. It was smelling like some tropics up in here. So, Sophisticated Soul Sense LLC, y'all go ahead and support on Instagram. And again, on that note, I want to say thank you all so much for coming through. I appreciate you. We had a great experience tonight. It's been a minute since we wind down like we did tonight here. And I'll see you tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 4-in-1 podcast. Can't wait to speak to y'all and chop it up tomorrow. On that note, y'all take care and y'all have a good night. See y'all. Oh, yeah.